Hey guys, Fred from Project Outdoors. This is our first real sort of episode. It's not going to be quite normal because Aaron's not here yet. He's actually in the process of packing up his entire house and moving up here next to me so we can film videos together. So hopefully by this time, Friday, today is Monday, he will be on his way and possibly in the state of Maryland. So hope everything goes well with his move, and hopefully next week he will actually be in the video with me and you will get to meet him as well. But in the meantime, my family has done a good bit of outdoor activities this past weekend, and so we put together some of that stuff. The first thing that we kind of did was a backyard camping thing for my youngest, who's been bugging us to go camping for many weeks. So we finally took the opportunity of a beautiful weekend, weather-wise, to camp out in the backyard. We set up a pop tent and set up a nice campfire, and we actually watched a movie outside. So you get to see a little bit of all those things, and hope you'll enjoy some of that. And I'll let you know what we're doing next. Okay, we're outside here today and we're setting up our tent in the backyard. Ollie's pulling everything out, getting everything set up. What do you got there, buddy? What are they? That's what, the poles? Okay.
I don't know.
What size tent do we have here today? We got a little cheapo 6-man Coleman that we're going to use, a little pop tent. One tip for today is tent poles and the elastic inside the tent poles. We've all had that where the elastic has broken, but this one here did break during one of the teardowns, and I ordered some new cord on Amazon and replaced it for a couple dollars. So everything still functions as it should, and for a fraction of the price of buying new poles or a new tent, of course. Ollie's getting all the poles straightened out.
It's hard to.
A lot of work. Making a fire tonight. We're doing a little campfire in the backyard for our little campsite here in the backyard. There's Owen. He's going to help. Just wanted to show you a little bit about some of the fire starting stuff that I use. Both of these two things I got on Amazon. These are little fire starter pucks. They say use about 1 or 2 of these. Put it round side down and you light them up, and they have wax and basically sawdust and little wood chips. These are pretty cool, actually. Yeah, there's the brand there is Fatwood, world's best fire starter. They're pretty neat. They're natural wood sticks. I don't know if you can see, but they're just heavily filled with resin and sap. So they light up really easy, and it really gets the fire going well. So this is our fire pit here at the house, and I usually just kind of put a little piece of paper in there, something easy to light, and then just put a couple pieces of that on top of the other sticks on top of all that, and believe me, this stuff will light up really easy. I have some leftover pine 1x2s from a project that I did putting up our fence, actually. So that was we just used them for staking the post. So I'm gonna put that across there as well. And again, just being such a light pine, this stuff will light up so easily. And then to actually have the fuel. So for starting any good fire, you need tinder, which I guess is the paper, and those wood pucks, and then the kindling, which is this pine, you know, thin wood, but something that's got a little bit of heat to it, and then this oak, this seasoned oak, is going to be our fuel for the fire. So we can put that on top of here as well, and all of this should light up really, really easy. Everything is nice and dry and nice and seasoned well. So again, this is how we usually start a fire here. We'll light that up, just kind of show you how quickly that will light. Just light the paper again. I just kind of put the paper in there just to make it easier to light the pucks. But hopefully that will do the job of lighting the pine and the pucks right up. Once those pucks catch on fire, it's pretty much easy to get going. We also have some wind here tonight, so that should make it even that much easier to get going. Honestly, you could really just light these pucks with the lighter tonight, but you can see those pucks are actually caught on fire now at this point. Now you see that darker black smoke, that's actually those fat wood sticks. That resin seems to burn with a much darker black smoke. Kind of freaked me out the first time because I thought maybe there was some sort of gasoline in the fire. Wasn't sure why it was so black, the smoke, but it seems to be that resin. So everything's taken off now, and now that that's burning well, you can see the sap bubbling on those fat wood sticks. Hopefully all the oak will take off once that pine catches. That's usually how we do it here at the house. I ended up having to add a little bit more pine to get the oak to catch. I probably should have split that up a little bit into some smaller sticks of oak. They just really weren't quite catching, but looks like things are cranking up now. The heat level has really gotten up much higher. So one thing I want to point out though is this fire ring. I actually built this back when I was a teenager and at my parents' house, and ended up moving it here to my own house once I moved out. But it ended up unintentionally being a pretty good design. It was a old like outside chimney grilling thing that was at my parents' house when they moved in, and I took the bricks from that and made a fire ring out of it. But one thing about this fire ring that you will notice is all these holes on the side here allow for a ton of airflow. And the other thing that came from that fire pit was this heavy steel grate that's in the bottom here. Again, that allows for airflow under the fire, and as you can see, it's just really a ton of airflow into this fire pit. A lot of the fire pits I see people make are in the ground, or like a steel ring, you know, the ones at the campgrounds. If you do get to a campground and you find one that has a steel ring like that, if you can lift that ring up off the ground with some stones and create a nice air gap of about 1 inch, you'll get a much better fire than if you leave that ring sit on the ground. So this fireplace that we built here, again, tons of air gaps all around all these bricks. Just allows for a ton of airflow, and you know, it's plenty big to create a pretty large fire if you would like to. But I usually try to keep the fire on the steel grate that's inside, again, to keep the airflow up and to let those hot coals build up. We're going to do some marshmallow roasting later, so we're trying to get the hot coals laying in the bottom there to roast on. But so far so good after adding a little bit more pine to get that thing, get that temperature up to get that oak catch.
I
wouldn't do that, would you? Oh, Garth.
No, I'm serious. Oh, but it's not Sputnik like Mr. Stuff.
Oh, Garth.
No, it's...
What? Hey, stop! Stop that! Stop it! Hey, mind if I ask you a few questions there, buckaroo? Now, why would you tell your mom about a giant robot? This guy works at the power station. Okay, you anyone else about this, buddy? How big is this thing, Ranger? In the force, maybe? Hey, where you going, champ? Slugger? Hey, cowboy? Where you going? Where you going?
I'm going out! Why did we come
Kendall?
over here?
Are we getting ready for bed?
Yeah.
Are you ready for bed? Did you have a fun day?
Yeah.
Who you got there?
Ollie the elephant.
Ollie the elephant. Our fire is just about out. And we're about to ready to head to bed. And Ollie is ready with his friend Ollie, right? Okay, should we head over?
Where are we going?
Head over to our tent.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Why do we...
Well, you got Chewy in there waiting for us.
We can hear it cracking.
You get it? Can you open it up for me? There's Chewy in there. Ready for bed. Okay, lay down, Chewy.
Right?
You ready? Zip it all the way up.
Straight to what?
Okay, zip it all the way up. Are you ready, Chewy, for bed? And pop in your bed there, buddy.
This is still not ready.
Good boy. Good boy.
Wait, when is this gonna be ready?
Oh, we can make it. We can blow it up here quicker. Can we show you how?
How?
Here. So after we did some camping, we also got out onto my dad's pontoon boat onto Cadorce Lake, and we did some just swimming off the boat and just enjoyed again the beautiful weather we've been having here lately. Humidity is down in southern Pennsylvania where we live. The humidity can be quite a bear, so it's been enjoyable this past weekend, having that be much lower than average. So here's some clips from that.
Hello! Okay.
All right? Try to tell us a deep one. Ready? One more time. Ready?
All right.
Nice. We got it on video, Ella. This next set of stuff is from a bike ride that we took on the Heritage Rail Trail. Me and the family, we went cruising down from Glen Rock, Pennsylvania down to New Freedom and back. It was a 10-mile bike ride altogether. The kids held up pretty well. A little bit of complaining about sore butts and sore legs, but all in all pretty good. And so you'll see a little bit of a time lapse from that. And the better part of this video, I'd imagine for everybody, and it was for my family, was when my son kind of turned in front of me and we had a quick accident, quick because we had just gotten started. But the accident itself was pretty much in slow motion, and we were only going 1 mile an hour maybe. And so I hope you enjoy that. And the other section on this is an abandoned warehouse that collapsed, and there was just the concrete pillars, and it's kind of been turned into a graffiti haven. So we did I did a little drive-through on that on my bike. Hope you enjoy. Hey, no, we gotta be careful when we cross the streets though, okay guys? Because they're actual roads that people will drive on. That's the end of this week's episode. And again, next week we'll get to meet Aaron, and we'll get to see a little bit more of the format of this show progress and evolve. Not exactly sure, what content will work best, what more people will enjoy. We're kind of doing these videos for ourselves almost, but I'm hopeful that others will enjoy and maybe give us some feedback of other things that they'd like to see, and other maybe questions, comments, and things that we can do differently. Please let us know. And again, I'm sure as we go throughout this year that we will find a better groove and just a better format for everything as we go. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy tuning in every week. Thanks.